I'm super excited to share with you an awesome Python library that I discovered about a week ago. And recently on Twitter, I've seen a couple of my YouTube content creator friends creating demos about the data visualization library that I'm talking about. And so this Python library will allow you to perform data storytelling, and it will help you to bring it to the next level because you could add animation, you could also adjust font sizes, and also manage the timeline of the animation in your data storytelling. And so the Python library that I'm talking about is called ipyvizzu. And so without further ado, we're starting right now. So you can see here that Vizzu is a free open source tool that you could create animated data stories and visualizations. Let's have a look at some of the examples. This is the repo of the Vizzu library. So it's an animated charting tool and it's very essential for data storytelling. And you can see here that there are several examples that you could play around with. And we're going to play around with the Streamlit example, which I've implemented in this particular repo. And I'll provide the links to this in the video description. And so let's have a look. So this particular app was created using the App Starter Kit. And if you're interested in this, I'll provide you the link in the video description. And so this essentially allows you to quickly create a Streamlit app in only a few seconds. And so I've created the ipyvizzu app here using this. So what I essentially did was once I've cloned the App Starter Kit, I just modified the Streamlit app.py file and also modified the readme.md file. That's it. So here, I've taken the code from the example Google Colab here, which is essentially explained here. So I've taken all of the code here and I've just put it in here into the function here and displaying it here. And so you can have a look at the deployed app using the community cloud. Let's reload the app here. And it's going to use the Titanic dataset. And notice the animation. So the animation is occurring automatically, and the text is also occurring at the end of the animation. So it really depends on the sequence at which you're coding it. You could create some awesome, amazing data science story here. So the code that was used to create this particular animation, let me show you again. Was done using these blocks of code. Let's have a look. So line number 1, we're importing Streamlit as st. And in line number 2, we're going to use the Streamlit components v1 here and import the HTML function. Line 3, we're importing pandas as pd because we're going to read in the CSV using pandas. On line 4, we're going to import from ipyvizzu the chart data config and also the style commands. Line number 6, so let me show you the app here. And the explanation. So in line number 6, printing out the title of the app, which is the emoji of the balloon and ipyvizzu right here. And then lines number 8 until 28, we're creating a custom function called create charts. And the actual chart here, the logic of it, the animation is occurring in here. So line number 11, we're going to initialize the chart. We're creating the placeholder for the chart. And then we're importing the data from the GitHub repo of ipyvizzu. And then we're going to animate the chart here using chart.animate. And then we're using data as the input argument. And so here, these are the configurations that we'll add to the animation chart. So you're going to see that we're specifying the X data, the Y data, the label, and also the title here, Passengers of the Titanic. And then here we have X, and then we have the label, and then we have the color, and then we have X, and then we have Y. And then you'll notice that the displayed data here is specified here as well. And then the title here, the title right here, we're specifying a font size of 35. And then finally, we're returning this particular image and then this particular custom function. We're going to call it here, and then we're going to assign it to the chart variable. And then finally, we're using the HTML function from the Streamlit components to display it. And then we limit the width and height to 650 by 370. And there you have it. In only 32 lines of code, you could have this amazing data storytelling in Python using Streamlit. And there are several other amazing examples here that you could play around with. So try them all and let me know how it goes. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you reached this far, please drop a cloud emoji so that I know that you're the real one. And also make sure to hit on the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and also turn on notifications so that you'll be notified of the next video. And as always, the best way to learn data science is to do data science. And please enjoy the journey.